I'm going to cover basically password security. This tip is probably something you use all the time and you don't even realize it. Okay, have you ever went to a website and it asks you for your username and password and you click on the field and it auto enters your username and password for you? That's a security feature built into your browser. Basically what that's doing is telling you that's a legit site. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to open up Safari. By the way, this works on Mac or Windows. It doesn't matter if I'm using a Windows computer or a Mac computer. I can be using Safari, Chrome, Firefox, any of the major browsers, Microsoft Edge, any of the major browsers are going to support this feature. There are hundreds of other browsers out there. I'm not talking about those right now. I don't know every single one inside and out. But if you're using one of the most popular browsers, this is going to work the exact same. So if I go to gmail.com, for instance, if I can type today, you'll notice that when I go here, it goes ahead and it prompts me to enter my username and password. And this field pops up that says, hey, you want to go ahead and enter this? So I'll go ahead and put in my passkey. Notice what happens again. It prompts me to enter my password. So if I do that, if I use the Touch ID, it will go ahead and log me into the site. Well, what happens if I go to a site that is not Google, right? So here I've got this website, sign in, continue with Google. Notice if I click in the email field, nothing happens, nothing pops up. Now, occasionally something might pop up here, and that's because your computer could say, hey, look, this is supposedly an email field, so I know I'm supposed to enter an email. So it might prompt you for that. When I click on password, nothing happens. What this is telling me is this is not Google. This is not a regular sign-in for Google. Okay, if I look closer, I can look up at the top and notice this is crninsulation.com. Okay, so an insulation company is been hacked, and they're using this page here in order to mimic Google. And if you look really close, you'll notice there's a little box here where they've actually clipped out this from another page and done a really poor job actually doing it. But even if you didn't notice this or this, the password is a dead giveaway. This site is wrong. Now, I said this works in any browser. Let's see what this looks like in Chrome. So I'm just going to close this out, open Chrome, and let me go to gmail.com. I go to gmail.com. Here I'm prompted. I can click on the field and I can enter a password. So let me go ahead and type this in because I've got a whole lot of passwords. Okay, I'll go ahead and type that in. Use my Touch ID to confirm. Boom. Go to Gmail. Look what happened. My password's already there. I don't have to enter it. That's telling me, hey, look, I've already supplied your password. I've already verified this is the site that it says it is. So you're good to go. You can log in. Again, if I go to my fraudulent site, I click on email. Oh, I got an email address. I click on password. Look what happens. Nothing. It's because your browser is telling you, hey, look, I don't know what this site is. This is not Google. It might say sign in with Google. This is not Google, right? So if a website builds in Google single sign-on, which allows you to sign in with your Google account, this password trick will work every time. If this password doesn't appear, even if you don't notice that the website is wrong or the borders, okay, this is telling you this is not what it says it is. It might look legit. It might look the exact same. If your password doesn't auto-enter, right, then that site is suspect. It is probably not the correct site. And I say probably because you could have that password field turned off. So if you go to gmail.com and you try it and it works, auto enters your password, it's turned on. If you go to another site and you notice it's not entering it, it has no idea what that site is, right? So especially if it's a site that you use all the time, that's a dead giveaway. Hey, this is fake. And that's your tip for today.